They are at work right now, trying to conceive the demon that'll consume the souls of young men and women. The unholy fusion of virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and the basest human desires and the wonders of the free market will result in an abomination that is almost here. I want you to understand this very carefully. The VR AI porn will be a step change from what we are already used to. It will not be just the same thing but worse. This is going to be different. The current technology porn isn't even that effective. All it does is destroys your dopamine circuits, which leads you into this death spiral of continuing addiction. But you can break that circuit, and I explain exactly how to break that circuit in my video about quitting addiction. Because all it really takes is an understanding of how these circuits work and how to short circuit them to our own benefit. But VR AI porn is going to be different from this. It's not just the dopamine circuits which are affected, and they know exactly what they're doing. The disgusting worms who are making this stuff right now know full well the implications on society which it's going to have. They know full well the damage to the brain circuitry, the damage to society at large which this technology is going to have. But their mindset is, well, somebody's gonna do it, so I might as well do it and make money. This is the evil twin, the parallel or the mirror dimension of the mindset of an honorable man. An honorable man's mindset is, in times of danger, in times of tyranny, an honorable man thinks somebody's gotta stand up to this and speak the truth. It might as well be me. A dishonorable man thinks, well, somebody's going to take advantage of the situation, might as well be me. And these are the worms who are creating this technology right now. The problem with technological progress is that it gives power not to the men who have earned it or somehow else have earned the respect of their peers. Technological progress gives power to whoever can use the technology the best. Think about the Zuck. There's nothing honorable about a single molecule of his body. He's not even evil, he's just a worm. In any other time in history, he would have just been one more unremarkable stooge. But technological progress has given him the weapons. But now I want to hone in on VR AI porn. Do you understand what is coming? Artificial intelligence has gotten immensely better at understanding and responding to human emotion. It can decipher an individual's darkest fantasies. It can feed you your worst fetishes and most taboo desires. But that's something which normal conventional porn can already kind of do. The problem arises because it can also fulfill you emotionally. Even the worst porn addict, even the guys who actually defend porn kind of know in the back of their head that they're getting gratification, instant gratification. And there's no real emotional resonance there. This is all about to change with the advent of VR AI porn. For the first time in human history, a technology is going to give you not only amazing sexual gratification, but also emotional resonance. And this is immensely damaging. This is damaging to the individual, of course, but also to the very structure of society. The very foundations of a marriage, the very foundations of a family are being stabbed and torn into bits. It will be genuinely possible to have, artificial mind who not only fulfills your deepest sexual gratification fantasies, but also responds to you emotionally and meets your emotional needs. And of course, the opposite is also true. And also, it gets worse because the actual human physical women are being lobotomized by TikTok and social media and porn. So the competition is actually real. VR AI porn could be actually better than a large fraction of human physical females. And of course, the opposite is also true. Most men are simply unable to satisfy the base desires of a woman. They're simply inequipped to deal with her physically and are not knowledgeable or even developed enough to deal with her emotional hurricane. But a VR AI porn model could do that. And this is something that you probably don't know is a lot of women are desensitized to clitoral stimulation because they use their vibrators so much, they're desensitized. A real physical man couldn't even give her a real clitoral orgasm because they're so hyper stimulated by, their freaking toy, the vibrator. But of course, at present, the problem is not that bad. Real women do prefer real men do prefer real women. But how long is this assumption true? You are probably familiar with the idea of the sexual marketplace, the idea that it's a kind of a free market and every individual has a score, essentially, which is based on their looks, money, and status. And of course, the different men are competing for the best women, different women are competing for the best men. It's kind of this economical problem. But what happens when you introduce a competitor into this space who is objectively better than any woman or any man, and is always available without any hang-ups, zero emotional baggage of its own, a technology which competes in the sexual marketplace? This has not happened yet. Porn is not a real competitor in the sexual marketplace, but VR AI porn could genuinely be a competitor in the sexual marketplace. And thinking of it from an economics point of view, what happened to the horse carriage industry when cars were first created? What happened to typewriters when computers were invented? What happened to traditional handmade clothes when the loom was invented? And what happened to the monasteries which will actually write books by hand when the printing press arrived? Every time when a superior technology competes in an existing marketplace, the existing marketplace either changes radically or is destroyed. So I genuinely fear for what happens in the sexual marketplace when a technology is involved, which is a genuine competitor to most average people. You and me, we aspire to be the top of the food chain in this marketplace. And we want to score with the top of the food chain among females in this marketplace. We want a wife who is genuinely one of the best of the females. And of course, these women are seeking the best of the males. But the fact of this is it's a competition, and only the 10% top males and the 10% top females are going to be in the top. It's a zero-sum game. So what happens to everybody else when a technology is involved? It's tempting to say the 10% top will be fine because they're not affected, but that's not true. This technology has the power to disrupt society at a large scale, cause the increase in divorce rates. Genuinely, I think that men will leave their wives and wives will leave their husbands for this technology. That's why this technology needs to be banned right now. I want the people who are developing this technology not to make a single dollar from their efforts. Any company trying to fuse VR, AI, and pornography needs to be destroyed. As for actionable steps as to what you need to do right now, you need to fix yourself right now. You need to fix yourself mentally, physically, spiritually. You need to let go of any addictions that you're still carrying with you. If you're still addicted to porn in 2023, that's not acceptable anymore. You see, the prison walls are getting higher. If you're addicted to conventional porn right now, what's going to happen is at some point you are going to acquire the next technology. You're going to acquire VR, AI porn, and that's going to keep you imprisoned for the rest of your life. So you need to break free from the addiction right now before the technology materializes. Not only that you can safeguard your own mind, but also that of your future children. Now is the last chance before the technology is revealed. You need to break free from your addictions right now. I think I can contribute. I can help you. I've made a whole video on how to break any addiction, but especially focusing on porn addiction. So if you're still being affected by this, that is the video you need to go to. You need to watch it and take those actionable steps. You see, just as they are creating weapons to enslave humanity, we are coming up with counter weapons. We are coming up with media, videos like this one. We're coming up with books like Your Brain on Porn. We as a society are reacting. We are kind of arming ourselves against the technology as we speak. And I believe my video on erasing porn addiction is one small part of this. The only thing I know is humanity will not go down without a fight.